Hey, what's going on, guys? Jack here again. Today I want to show you how to set up a Google My Business page and why it's so important for you to do that right now. All right. So believe it or not, Google actually wants to make your website show up, wants to make your listing and your business show up when people search for your business or product in the area. And the way that Google has basically been giving credit for local businesses is through what's called Google My Business. All right. So basically, let's say that I go out here and I search plumber in Colorado Springs. You'll notice that the first, outside of the ads right here, because this is an ad, they're basically paying per every time you click on this, right? You can see right here, right after that, the first three listings that show up after, right before the organic listings is actually what we call the map pack, right? And this is actually a part of the Google My Business page that we're going to build out, because once you build that out, right here, this is where you're going to be able to be shown. And right here, just statistically, this captures anywhere between 30 to 50% of organic traffic, especially mobilely, because right now I'm on my computer, but this is even more prominent, and these kinds of listings show up a lot more often for whatever phrases that you search up on when you're using your phone. And I'm telling you right now, even more than half of everyone that's on Google is using their smartphone, tablet, that kind of thing. So it's absolutely imperative that we set this up, because that's how you're going to be able to capture a lot of the traffic. And the other thing I want to mention is it's extremely hard to rank for a phrase, especially something like plumber in Colorado Springs. You have to compete against big companies that have spent a lot of money into their SEO to make sure that they rank organically for these keywords. Now, by setting up a Google My Business page and making yourself show up here on the map pack, you're basically hacking your way around the competition, because not everyone's optimized specifically for the Google My Business page, and surprisingly, a lot of them actually don't have a Google My Business page set up, or it's not done correctly. Google's not giving it credit. There's all kinds of XYZ factors in there. So as long as you do all the things correct on there, you're going to be able to start gaining a lot of the traffic and start leading them to your website just by setting up my Google My Business page. So you can see right here, this is the Google My Business page that they created, and you can see how that they have the reviews. So you have credibility there. They've got some good images, and you got the information. You got the address, your hours, your phone, and then they got the website and directions. So you can see how quickly someone might be able to drive there or look for directions or call someone, especially if they're on their phone, because it's just so easy, and Google has really streamlined the whole process to make it as easy as possible for Google for you to find exactly the business that you're looking for when you search for it locally. So whether that's a barber, photographer, plumber, heating repair, lawyer, just really anything, really, even food. So very important that you set this up correctly, because once you do, you're going to be able to get a lot of traffic going to your website, as I explained earlier. Now, the next thing I need you to do after you've built out your website is to actually submit your information to a bunch of directories. All right. So what you need to do is basically what I did earlier. Actually, I pulled up. Here, I'll just do it right now. Top citation sources. So basically, a citation is any web directory out there that you can submit your name, address, and phone number, as well as other details into these directories. And what Google does is Google actually crawls through all these website directories, and once your information starts showing up over and over again in all these different web directories, Google is going to start giving you credit for your website, and then start ranking you a lot higher, so that you start showing up in these top three spots in the map pack. So basically, when you go in here, what you want to do is let's say you want to create a citation right here for Manta. You see out of business right here, you click on that. And what you want to do is you want to go in here and start filling out all this information. What's your company name? What's your location? How can customers contact you? All that information you want to flesh out, and you want to make sure that you're completely consistent all the way through all these different directories that you submit your information to. So what I mean by that is, if you have, let's say that your address is, what you want to do is you want to make sure that the majority of everything that you're working on this portion of the address is exactly the same. So oops, I messed up right here. But do you see how Boulevard, I spelt it BLVD, and 2500, and then I didn't do north. I didn't spell out north, right? I just did N Circle Boulevard. You want to make sure that this kind of thing is completely consistent across the board, because if even the little bits of parts of this are changed, Google's going to have a hard time actually recognizing and giving you credit between that citation along with the website listing that you have. And so that's actually where a lot of businesses run into trouble, because they're like, oh, I submitted a bunch of these directories, blah, 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 but I'm still not getting credit for it. And that's because they're not staying consistent across the board with these same citations. So you want to go out here. You see all these different directories out there. You want to go ahead and submit a bunch of these. Now, this is just straight manual labor, but this is essentially what SEO is, guys. This is the kind of thing that your competition is not taking advantage of, that you can absolutely do, because all you need, none of this costs money. You just got to go in there and just spend the time to just build out these over and over again, and just go ahead and do that. Now, if you're lazy like me, you can actually just pay someone to do this for you. I think one of the places that we use is Whitespark, and if you go to services right here, citation building, these guys will actually build out the citation for you if you don't want to do it. So go ahead and look into that if you're interested. I wish I did an app affiliate link so that I could get some credit for this, but hey, it's a little freebie for them. But that's the kind of thing that you do, because once you start getting the citations out to your website, it does a lot of things for you. Like I said, it builds the credibility in Google's eyes. You're going to start showing up in all these different web directories that you've submitted your information on, and you're going to start getting credit and start ranking a lot higher and start claiming these map pack when people search up for certain phrases like plumber in Colorado Springs and that kind of thing. It's an extremely powerful way, guys, to start bringing in traffic to your website immediately, and you need to get started on this if you're not getting traffic to your website today. All right, appreciate it. Wrap it up here, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.